This course covers various cannabis processing methods. Hemp, for example, which is one form of cannabis, has multiple purposes. The stalk can be used for fiber, the roots can be used for medicine, seeds are an excellent source for protein, and the leaves and flowers are also used for medicine as well as recreation. The processing methods that you're going to learn in this course involve processing for hemp fiber, cannabinoid extraction and its refinement, and then also other cannabinoid sourcing methods. So let's talk about processing for fiber. There are various steps involved to process fiber. And in the end, you can build some really good materials like textiles and fabrics, but you can also use it for plastics. And this is like an example of a great application because this is Ford's hemp car, which was fully fueled by hemp oil, bio hemp oil, and the covering and the internals were all made with bioplastics made out of hemp. So when you process for cannabinoids, you have a completely different setup. And this is like a typical setup that you would find in an industry. We're going to learn about that in depth in the modules. Refinement involves another setup of very specific equipment. Refinement basically means you went one step further from just an extraction. And we're also going to cover that in depth in these modules. But to just give you a quick understanding is that different processing methods lead to different types of products. So some of the products that are more raw lead to crude material, and the refined technology leads to purer or more isolated compounds. There's also just the classical way of actually making the cannabinoids from synthesis. This is what typical pharma industry is doing. We're going to learn also about purification, in particular chromatography. Here you can see an example of one type of chromatography that you will be using, but you're going to learn about various types. You're going to learn about column chromatography, high performance liquid chromatography, as well as thin layer chromatography. Then you're going to understand a lot more about what technology has to do with the cannabis industry and processing. You're going to learn about how liposomes and micelles are used to solubilize cannabinoids. And that has a direct relevance to bioavailability, because bioavailability is important for your body to absorb the cannabinoids. And there's a lot of technology that's involved that is causing the bioavailability to be improved. And one of those technologies is called water solubility, because when the cannabinoid is water soluble, it's easier to be absorbed in your body. And then, of course, all of that processing needs to be always accompanied by testing. So you're going to get a really great understanding on testing as well.